Now, in our next extract from my Partridge, Alan realises that fame has a dark side.
I'm still on my glasses. This is an account of a real fight I had with a mad fan. Maxwell twists my arm and fixes me in a headlock. Clever. He knows that one wrong move from me and my head will be ripped clean off. I have to act fast. Quick as a flash, I elbow him in the nuts, nodding as I hear the satisfying thud of bone on gland. I've turned his testicles into a couple of bollock pancakes, and it feels good. Would you like lemon juice with them, sir? I roar inside my head. No, Maxwell, Alan Partridge isn't ready to die. Not just yet. Despite the fact that my wife has left me and my kids rarely take my calls, I have a wife and kids to live for. At this point, he's still doubled up. I charge over and bang, bang! Headbutt him twice in the back. He screeches like an alley cat. Looks like I've got the kidneys then, I roar, still inside my head. I quickly consider my next attack. Time for a bunch of fives, methinks. Looking around, I see Maxwell catching his breath. Then, like an animal rearing up on its hind legs, or like a human being standing up, he stands up. I send a command to my brain. Instantly, the fingers of my right hand start to curl inwards. Within seconds, a fist has been formed. I launch it directly at my assailant's eye. Delivery for Mr. Maxwell, I roar, this time remembering to say it out loud. Really, what is it? His furrowed brow seems to ask. A knuckle sandwich, my fist replies. Somehow, recovering from the force of the blow, Maxwell picks up a chair and swings it at my brain. I duck, thwarting him with the sheer speed of my knee bend. Now on my haunches, I have an idea. Tucks my head into my chest, I launch into a ferocious forward roll. It skittles the insane superfan in the blink of an eye. For several minutes, we thrash around on the floor like Tarzan and that crocodile. I'm Tarzan, he's the croc. If I'm honest, the rolling around does little to advance the fight and causes neither of us any injuries. We get back to our feet. Maxwell now has me by the throat. We both know we're entering the end game. He seems to think he's got me. I can see it on his ugly mug, but he's not counted on one thing. Pow! I floor him with a classic one-inch punch. Textbook stuff, a real gut-buster. With Maxwell fighting for air, I see my chance and make haste for the exit. Before I can catch my car, he's giving chase. In his hand, some sort of weapon. I don't get a chance to look properly, but my hunch is that it's either a gun or the brush from a dustpan and brush. By now, Maxwell is almost upon us. I swivel on my heels and begin to sprint, leaping over a 6-foot stile like it isn't there. I just managed to stagger to a public phone box. I call my assistant and tell her to A, collect my car, and B, deal with Maxwell personally. Hanging up, I slump against the side of the phone box and slide into a heap on the floor. The calling cards of 100 local whores raining down me, on top of me like big drops of prostitute rain. I begin to weep. I have cheated death. I am free.
Mr. Alan Partridge. Lovely to meet you at last, Alan. It's a thrill. Well, I'm so excited to meet you. I've been a fan of yours for years, Alan.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice journey down? You came down from Norwich just to be with us?
Yeah, I did. Hi. No, no. No, I did. I came down on the A11, you know, in a blue Vauxhall Corsa.
Okay.
But I was cut up by a white van man.
Oh.
Yeah, which was very annoying. Really furious I was, but then further down the road, I saw that he careered off the road and the fire brigade were having to cut him out using sort of those electric cutting. So I thought to myself, well, you know, what goes around comes around.
Now, we have the book here. It's called I, Partridge. We Need to Talk About Alan. That's what the book's called. Are you pleased with it, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, if I can use a swear word, I'm chuffed to buggery. I think it's the best. I think it's the best book I've ever written, and one of the best books I've ever read.
Wow, high praise indeed. Lots of celebrity autobiographies come out this time of year. This is we're having all. Do you look at the competition? Have you read many others?
I love other people's autobiographies, Jonathan. I consume them avariciously. Oh. Richard Hammond, I think, is my favourite. Yeah. He put his out not long ago. He's had his ups and downs. I mean, I think we were all devastated. I think we all were when we heard he'd been involved in the Morrison's adverts.
Oh.
What can you say? You offer words of support.
It's tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm always here for him if he needs to talk.
Well, that's nice to know. Do you know him, or do you have many showbiz pals?
I think I can count the number of friends I have in the industry on my thumbs and big toes. Okay. Well, the fingers of one hand, not including the thumb. I've got four. I've got four friends.
Okay. Four celebrity friends. Could you? Yeah. Who are they?
Eamon Holmes, Richard Hammond, Sue Cook. Shit, that's three. And Gary Barlow. Yeah.
Okay.
My new best friend.
So you met? Is Gary, first time you met Gary tonight?
Yeah, and he's my new best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like his music? Do you know about the X Factor whole deal?
Oh yeah, I love X Factor. I think I have to say Gary is a welcome shot in the arm for all of that. It really needs it, and of course he provides a lovely counterbalance to Louis Walsh, who I think everyone agrees is an awful man.
You know, let me talk about the autobiography, because you've had your ups and you've had your downs, of course, and you talk about your own battles with various personal demons, and your weight, of course, you've been up and down on that. We've seen that. You were very, very into chocolate at one stage.
Yes, I was medically addicted to Toblerone. From the time I was mildly overweight.
Well, what are you, about 20, 21 stone then?
About 18, 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was particularly that chocolate, that confectionery that you craved?
Yes, it was, yeah. I should point out that weight was... I lost that weight very, very soon after, because the sudden weight loss left me with masses of excess skin on my stomach, which when I was clothed, wasn't a problem. I just tuck it in my jeans.
Yeah. Okay.
But when I was naked, it looked like a big pink sporran.
Oh. Well, and you look... Do you have it now?
Well, I had it surgically removed.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I asked that the skin be donated to medical science. Yeah. And I've drawn enormous comfort from the thought that one day a flap of my tummy may be used to rebuild a child's face.
Okay. It's quite lovely, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you're a very giving person,
Yeah.
we can see that. How did you lose the weight, though? Because that dramatic weight loss.
I tried a cheap version of a gastric band, which is essentially just me wearing a child's belt. But I passed out when I tried to bend down and do my shoelace.
You're very frank in the book. I noticed, and I'm surprised at how frank you are in the book, about the physical side of life, about your sexual experiences.
Well, I think I am these days. I'm very sort of open. I used to be quite stuffy, a bit of a square, but now I've really sort of, I took some advice from. But yeah, I'm pretty open about my sexuality.
And you're comfortable about talking about it? You don't mind sharing? Okay, well, let me ask you this question then. Your first wife, you were fairly inexperienced.
I was when I met
married.
Carol. Yeah, I mean, I was a virgin, whereas Carol had been hymen-free for the best part of 6 years.
Okay.
But these days, I'm very relaxed about discussing sexuality. I mean, I used to think no one wants to hear about an over-the-hill guy and his sexual proclivities. But then I thought, no, they do. Yeah.
But what about now? Is there a special lady in your life now?
Yeah, I'm dating at the moment. I'm sure she actually won't mind me saying this, but she's a retired primary school teacher with dyed hair. The other week, we went out and had what I can only describe as a very sexy day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Afterwards, we went back to my place, and instead of... she suggested going to the bedroom, and I said, no, let's do it here. And we did it right there in the conservatory.
Oh.
I lay her down on the terracotta floor. Then I remembered we had underfloor heating, had been on all day, and there was a risk of her getting chilblains on her buttocks.
Oh.
So I quickly removed some of the tethered pads from the wicker furniture, placed them under her bottom and shoulder blades, and then just told her to keep as still as possible.
Well, it's good. Well, that will do the trick.
It would. Yeah. And then she placed her legs at 10 to 2.
Oh, dear.
I don't actually know what she's over 56. What am I talking about? No, 20 past 8. Yeah.
OK.
I mean, I guess in a way she was making a sort of... which was actually the time, so in a way she was making a sort of sexy human clock.
For you, yeah.
No. I mean, you guys know how it is, though. You know, you get two randy divorcees on a heated conservatory floor with their organs within spitting distance of each other.
Well, they're going to be fireworks.
They're going to be sparks.
That's as simple as that. OK. Well, I'm pleased to know you're still active and enjoying life in that way. One thing I've admired about you over the years, Alan, is that you're very much an ideas man. I know that.
Yeah. You know, I often joke to people, I've got so many ideas up my sleeves, I can't wear a T-shirt. But seriously, Yeah.
But they're not all good ideas, it has to be said, and I hope you don't mind me saying this. I mean, I remember hearing that you'd pitched various shows to the BBC.
I don't really want to go through a list of my portfolio of TV ideas. It's all
No,
sent to you.
okay, just you don't want to mention any. Okay, fine.
All right, one. Dogs on Fogel. Ben Fogel is given a 1 mile head start and is then pursued by hunting dogs.
Well, that seems to be a popular concept.
If it,
That's it, that's the idea in a nutshell.
yeah, well, I don't limit to terrestrial television. I'm very interested in cracking the Chinese market.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've got
Well, that's the biggest market in the world.
Well, there's
wasn't
loads of them. There are.
Yes,
That's a fact.
I can't dispute that fact.
And the other idea is called Chun Wang King.
Yeah, I almost dread to ask what
It's
that...
Alexa Chung, Gok Wan, and Jonathan King.
Wow. And... Okay. Sun Wang King. Oh, so you have the feeling like that. And what are they doing?
I've absolutely no idea.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Alan Partridge, and I'm a big fan of the book. Partridge. You know, I won't go so far as to say you taught me everything I knew, but certainly I've studied your career with a lot of interest, as we all have. Great to have you here. Mr. Alan Partridge, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go
I'm Alan Partridge, and I am here to tell you about a new organisation called Free Speech Network, or FRESPEC. It's a very serious organisation of which I'm one of the leading supporters. It's fully backed by Rupert Murdoch and James Murdoch, Paul Dacre from the Daily Mail, a good friend of mine, and Quentin Letts. And I think you'll agree that if they support it, it must be a good thing. I was chatting to Paul Dacre the other night, and Paul said, we've got to, his words, not mine, all support Leveson. And he said the best way to do that is to launch an organisation that sounds independent, as if it's not connected with the newspapers, or multinational media organisations who, of course, want to publish newspapers to pay their shareholders. We need to keep it away from that, which is smart and clever. That's why they've launched FRESPNet, the Free Speech Network. It's not about helping line the pockets of newspaper proprietors and hold on to the huge profit margins of organisations like the Daily Mail, who, you know, according to some left-wing agitators, make their money by peddling xenophobic, hate-filled shit. Now, there's an organisation you need to be very wary of called Hacked Off. Hacked Off say they want independent press regulation with a statutory backstop, just because they say people like Paul Dacre and Richard Desmond may just say, fuck off, I'm not going to that meeting. I don't know what they want, frankly. Hang on. If it's cash. Yeah, right. I should have planned this better. But Paul Dacre asked me to do this to help drum up support. He said he didn't want to. He wants to maintain a low profile. He said because some people hate him. James Murdoch had no knowledge of the horrible things that were talked about at Leveson, some awful things that went on in newspapers that they knew nothing about. I mean, I think we all heard James when he said he didn't scroll down on his BlackBerry. We all often don't scroll down on our BlackBerries. I know I often don't scroll down. James Murdoch told me that he never lies. And unless that's a lie, I think we can take him at his word. Rupert has made it quite clear. He's very humble. He's a humbled man. He has a humble outlook on life. I think we all realise that now. And I still think he was humble when he referred to the people who met David Cameron as scumbags. He was referring to Hacked Off and Hugh Grant at one point. You will have the naysayers, they're out there, but this is not about protecting the rights of newspapers to make money to satisfy shareholders by peddling anything they want to sell their papers. It's about free speech. And anyone who tells you otherwise is probably not involved with the newspapers on a commercial basis.